This one's from Josiah. He says, which hitting and pitching prospects are you tipping to have the best performance this season? So you can pick a guy, any level, doesn't have to be a top guy, one hitter, one pitcher, who your kind of Jeremy's picks to click for 2026. You only get one of each.
Well, I'm not gonna take like the low hanging fruit here because I think there is some lower hanging fruit. Um, for hitter, I'm gonna go down the list. I'm gonna take Khadim Diaw.
Ooh, okay, love that.
Because I think he's gonna blow up. And pitcher wise, I'm gonna go with Riley Quick, who maybe is a little lower hanging fruit because he's gonna start lower. But I think he's going to put up the most impressive numbers early. The other name I considered was Rojas at AAA, but I think that might be a little bit a steeper to climb.
Yeah. Yep. I like those picks a lot. I got to switch it up. I think Quick would have been my pick for pitcher too. I do think Quick is the obvious one because he's going to start at Fort Myers, SEC arm. Touch 99, 100, whatever. He should make light work of Fort Myers and even do well in Cedar Rapids, right? Like, there's a reality in which Riley Quick ends 2026 at AA. Not saying that's going to happen, but there is that's a future possibility. I'm going to go Jason Reitz just because this is my like Flat Stanley obsession prospect. It's so fun. Jason Reitz has added velo. I think he's also going to look really polished and really good. Same story as Quick, and I suppose every pitcher ever. Enough strikes, stay healthy. He'll do really well in the lower levels. So that's who I'll go with for pitcher. And he really hasn't featured on any lists, which is interesting because he was one of the higher draft picks. So the Twins are clearly pretty bullish on him coming out of the 2026 draft. For hitter, I will go with, again, I'm trying to go down board here just to keep it fun, and not say like, Gabby Gonzalez or whoever. I'm going to go Enrique Jimenez just because the story was so great last year. I think he was such a fun surprise of like how ridiculously good he was. I think we talked about him when we did the prospect list, Jeremy. Like, he hadn't played at single A before. I think he had only played in the DSL.
Well, I told the story about how you actually were angry.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Enrique Jimenez got traded because Chris Paddock had so much value, and you're like, "Who is this guy? He's a non-prospect." Right?
You're definitely that story is getting bigger and bigger and more exaggerated every week that you tell it. But in like a year or so, you're gonna say how I like flipped a bunch of tables when I found out that Chris Paddock got traded.
You may have. You may have.
Right. Yeah, I was super fond of Chris Paddock for sure.